With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Buddy up! Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All right, it's great. Ready.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Gallman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. If this is going to consistently be this way throughout the game, there's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And nothing but daylight ahead. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They run again on first down. Chubb trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
4 yards on the dump-off at second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On third down, Jackson looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. March 43. March 43.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On second down and 4, Mayfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They go play action. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it?
They've got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, box truck.
Mayfield off the play fake. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
I smell fear.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. This is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That one goes for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Point it right. Hey, orbit. Hey.
48.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Chubb. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Bravo.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. He can run, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. A big seam, and he might go all the way.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Play action. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run...
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A give running right is Chubb. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield on play action. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 21-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Pernell McPhee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking a 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 15 off. Mike is 15 off.
Jackson on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here we go again. Hold up. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Orbit. That's what I do.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Five.
Give me something. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Touchdown, Cardinals. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
You can't block me. Mike, check. 59. Go. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Mike spot 9. I hope you brought up. I'm about to take you to school.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep. And this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 43's the mic.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Let's go, D.
Flush to his right. This is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Mike, check. 59. Watch the screen.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mike's 43. And here we go. Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Mayfield. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 16 yards, a 1st down. Mayfield now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he comes back with 1 complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here.
Hey, on 133. School.
Check 48.
4th down, Mayfield. He's going to walk one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he's got Miller. And some space here. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
A really nice knockdown. You get so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the carry, it's Chubb. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Cards,